We all look for significance in certain things in the world, right? Sometimes money, sometimes promotion, sometimes status, sometimes clout in regards to social media. It can be followers and likes and stupid crap like that. But here's the reality. If we've been saved, if we have a personal relationship with God, we live by a different set of values. And so much of the time, the values of the kingdom, the value of God's kingdom, look a little bit different than the values of the kingdom of this earth. Yeah. So it's going to be really looking at and spending a few weeks understanding, hey, how are we significant in God's kingdom? How are you significant in God's kingdom? And how do we begin to exchange kind of this set of values from what the world says to really have a working set of values based on what God's kingdom says? Because that's what I want. That's what I want. And sometimes those things are hard to come by. It's hard to feel in the moment because sometimes the values of God's kingdom feel invisible. Doesn't always show up in an Instagram status, but there is real significance and real power when we understand, man, my identity is rooted in who God says I am. And that comes with it a different level of clout, a different level of authority, something that you can't change or get here on earth. So it's going to be a powerful few weeks. Excited because we're celebrating baptisms today as well. A couple cool stories. One, Pauline and Rodney are getting baptized. Pauline actually serves here. Awesome, because Pauline has been praying for Rodney for a long time. And Rodney's been coming to church, but just had never made the decision to follow God. And it was cool because last week I had the opportunity to preach. Gave the invitation at the 9:30. Over on the front row, far right side, boom, Rodney's hand went up in the air. Gave his life to Christ. And he's getting baptized, so that's amazing. And then at the 11:30, we're going to have the opportunity to baptize Christina Taylor's sister. There's a little phrase sometimes when we think about people that are close to us, but far from God, right? People like Pauline's husband, Rodney. People that, my brother currently lives in Colorado Springs. He's a doctor. He's an atheist. My brother would be somebody who's close to me, but far from God. We all have those people in our lives that we're kind of praying for, hoping God will work, believing that God can still speak to them in a real and personal way. And Christina's sister, Kaylin, has been somebody that not only her and David, but also our staff team have been praying for the last little bit. And Christina's mom invited Kaylin to Christmas Eve up at our Winston-Salem campus. And Kaylin made the decision to give her life to Christ on Christmas Eve. Christina reached out and said, hey, would you want to be baptized? We're doing baptism. So Christina's going to get to be in the tank at the 11:30 and baptize her sister. So it's going to be a special day all around. I'm expectant for how God's going to work. I mean, just look at this room. This beautiful people. Like, of course God's going to move today. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm going to get out of the way. Matt's got a little thought to kind of frame up this first week of Kingdom Cloud. And January 12th, hope everybody's having an amazing 2020. Everybody sticking to their resolutions so far? No? Yeah. No? Nobody's eating carbs? Everybody's worked out all 12 days? Yeah? No? Saskia just said no resolutions. That's a good approach. With no resolutions, you're just winning, you know? All right.